What up? What up? Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. All right, chat. We got to watch this real quick. Oh, yeah. All right. Yo, chat, we got to check this out, man, because we just got our first Pokemon champion. All right. So the Indianapolis Regionals Masters Division ended a couple hours ago, and we just got Arsal Fury against Wolf Glick for the final championship. Now, if you didn't know, if you didn't see, Wolf Glick's team was kind of unorthodox, right? But we know that. We expect that. We expect that from Wolf. All right. But let's take a look and see exactly how he sealed the deal. All right, so we have Wolf in the corner. Let me go ahead and change this real quick. Hold on. Bam. We got Wolf right here. He went 11-1, and Arsal went 11-1. Now Arsal's running the Mega Charizard Y pure meta team, right? He's running that meta. He's running the meta swag. Wolfie came in with a Steelix Tyranitar team with Sneasler, Rotom, whichever one that one is, Talonflame, and Sinistra. Now, apparently, there was some crazy stuff going on in this match. So let's take a look.
The Brave Bird could come through and have the potential to knock it out based on how they're trained. Let's see.
Wolfie goes for the Brave Bird.
+1 does actually get so cool.
Look at the disappointment in Wolf's face. That man hit a Charizard with a Brave Bird, and Charizard lived on 1 HP. This is the true definition of 1 HP and a dream.
A Brave Bird could come through and have the potential to knock it out based on how they're trained. Let's see.
Brave Bird with the sharp beak at +1 does actually get so close. 1 HP and a dream for this Charizard as the Heat Wave connects onto both. A KO of the Sinistra, barely missing out on the KO for this Talonflame, but this Incineroar could follow up that Heat Wave with a Flare Blitz or a Throat Chop and knock it out. Flare Blitz is going to be the move of choice as Talonflame goes down, and Sleepy Steelix has to come in and try to win out this 1v4.
A Brave Bird could come through and have the potential to knock it out based on how they're trained. Let's see.
And we have our very first Pokemon Champions champion. All right. This was insane. To beat the champ, you got to knock him out, right? Which obviously I was like, okay, well.
Let's see.
Brave Bird with the sharp beak at +1 does actually get so close.
Man, that's Charizard's the GOAT, bro. That's why Charizard's the fucking GOAT. What's up, Shark? What's going on, brother? Yeah, man, crazy stuff today. Let me see. So here's the thing, too, right? This is the ladder. Here's the top 8 teams. All right, we got. Let me open it up in here. All right, so for the top 8 teams, we got the Charizard Floette team, right? The meta team. We got Wolfglix, Steelix, Tyranitar. We had Michael Zhang with a Frostlass Tyranitar team. We had Nick Navarre with a Mega Floette Incineroar, right? Palafin kind of team going on. Evan Scott had a Frostlass Corviknight Gengar. And you can see Alex Underhill came in 6th place, and he's the only one that had a Basculegion on this team. So the tweet, this tweet said, I'll show you what it said in a bit. And then they have the Mega Charizard, Aerodactyl, Garchomp, Trick Room team kind of thing going on. And then finally Mega Scovillion. Only one Basculegion in the top. I hope this means I'll see less of these in the rank ladder. You know, for the next rank ladder, or at least in this upcoming week, we're going to see nothing but these teams being ran. And I hate that about fucking Pokemon, bro. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just play the teams you want to play as, you know, but it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, you know, it's the truth. It's the truth. Now, Tuesday, we do have the PlayStation State of Play on June 2nd at 2 p.m. PST. I will hopefully be out of work by then, so we might get an extra stream on Tuesday. 2 p.m. PST is 4 o'clock my time, so that'll be 30 minutes after I get off work. So I'm going to be going live Tuesday so we can see exactly what they're going to drop. Hopefully, they talk about the new Wolverine game. But we'll see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I wanted to see this. This is the trailer for the Vault Edition of Call of Duty. So this is probably what I'm going to be getting. Just because if I'm going to go in, I'm going to go all in. Bro, that ghost skin looks hard, bro.
In this war, there are those loyal to nothing but victory. Across nations, hostile alliances emerge.
My goat.
Hunt your adversaries. Secure your arsenal. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Pre-order the Vault Edition now in the open beta early access.
Oh, open beta early access. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's check this out because you know your boy is going to be getting this game. $70. Okay, so the Volt edition is $100, but I get 10% off because I've bought in a Call of Duty in the last like 5-6 years, which is cool. But I have up until October 22nd, which is the day before it comes out, to get it. Early access to the open beta. When's the open beta? It doesn't say. Okay. All right. Hey, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I get my money up. Gotta save some money. Anything else that we have to look over? Hold on, let me send this over to my friend real quick. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff that we actually covered right now in the first like 10 minutes of the stream. Let me see. Anything else? We went over the championship. We went over the new champion or the regional champion winner, the team, the top 10 teams, the Vault edition for Call of Duty. Let me see. Anything else? I don't know if there's any wrestling fans, but we had Clash in Italy today. It was pretty fire. What's going on, Deltaros? Arc Raiders is dead. Halo's is dead. Yeah, well, okay. Here we go. Did I tell you guys about this game? I'm gonna play a lot of more indie games, just to be fair. But apparently there's a new game that's coming out. Let me see. There's an indie game coming out where you can play as, well, first off, this looked pretty interesting. This indie game is making a tattoo removal simulator where every client comes with a tattoo they regretted. We get to build and run our own tattoo removal shop, and we get to like it looked pretty interesting. Definitely something I can probably make some content with. Maybe not on stream, maybe I'll do some videos on it, but it looked kind of funny. This is the one that I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to this one, bro. Scalpers Spoil. It says whatever. First person scalper simulator, bro. People have hobbies and you turn them into inventory. So you're basically playing a scalper, excuse me. And I like this, bro. Look, you start stealing shit, and if somebody tries to take it, boom, bro, you get into a fight, bro. Oh shit, bitch. Bro, this looks too funny, bro. Like, this has definitely got to be a game we try out. All the ads, right?
Sell.
Then we got to sell to customers on the low. This reminds me of what's that game that we were playing on stream one time? Where you're like the drug dealer simulator. Where like people are like, yo, bro, let me buy some. You can counter offer packs and shit like that. Like, I don't know, that'd be kind of fire, dude. Nah, bro, that's crazy. Damn, you'll get that money bags.
Unbox for super rares.
And we get to like rip packs, bro. The Labubu's.
Expand.
And I guarantee you, within like a week or two of this game being out, somebody's gonna have a modded version where it's actually Pokemon stuff.
Do all these with friends.
Oh, we can co-op this hoe? Oh my god. Damn. Yo, this game's gonna be fire, bro. This game is gonna be fire. I already wishlisted, so as soon as it's available. There's another game that's coming out. Actually, like tomorrow. That I thought could be kind of fun to try out. Um, I don't remember where it's at, but yeah, there's a lot of cool indie games, man. I never really was into like an indie gamer, but like these simulation ones are so funny, dude. Like, I'm not playing this shit, bro. Undergrowth? Hell no, dude. So this indie dev wants to make an open world survivor game where you play as bugs and fight each other to survive. I wouldn't touch this game if my life depended on it, bro. With my arachnophobia, fuck that. There's a dude, this game. I think we saw this on stream the other day, but I don't remember if we did it. Called Open Waters. Low key, I also have like I low key also have a fear of like the ocean. So, sorry, Chad. I'm just kind of like in the zone right now. I'm in a bad way, bro. My stuff is at the editor, so I can't work. Damn, that stuff. Like your streaming stuff, all your stuff's over there. Bloke Monster's asking for a lawsuit. I don't know. It doesn't have a price. It just says it's for wish list for the scalper game. Fuck that. Um, yeah, I don't remember. Oh, so I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know how true this is. Apparently, Wind and Waves pre-orders are now open in Amazon in Germany, and the games physically will cost 79. So, if accurate, that would also mean 79 here in the U.S. So, a physical copy of Wind and Waves is going to be about $80, 84 something, 85 something in change, which is crazy. Um, oh yeah, this one looked pretty cool. It's an indie game. It's an indie game where you play as a repairman. What the fuck? Get that shit out of here, bro. We don't need that in here. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, that's so nasty, bro. So basically, it's like where you're a handyman just trying to get the job done, cutting costs wherever you can, called low budget repairs. That's actually kind of interesting. Hold on, I wanted to see this, bro.
Honestly, the hardest video I've ever had to make in my life. I've gone back and forth on this decision for a very long time. I've spent months trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. But after a lot of thought, I have decided that I will no longer be doing Sidemen videos. Today, 31st of May, will be my final Sidemen video. Even saying these words out loud, it just doesn't feel real.
That's the end of an era, bro.
The Sidemen have been such a huge part of my life for over 12, 13 years.
I was gonna say about like 15 years or so.
For almost half my life, the Sidemen have been my second family. We've grown up together. We've traveled the world together. We built something that none of us ever thought was possible, especially back then when we were making random videos together and playing GTA. I still remember those early days with no idea that tens of millions of people were going to be watching us on the channel. And somehow this turned into an incredible journey.
Damn, bro, that's the end of an era. That is crazy. Not saying that they're gonna go away, right? But for them to split, like he's the one that started the whole thing. Let me see. Anything else going on? Anything else crazy that came out today?
Right in front of me. Someone looks.
Holy shit! Why does that look just like Stroud? Shroud.
Bro, that was insane. You wrecked those guys. Like total surgical violence back there. Like, I mean it. You really kicked some serious ass.
That's crazy. That's actually kind of fire, bro. They put Shroud in a fucking 007 game. Let's see. This is kind of cool. I don't mind like just kind of going through shit and like just kind of talking about it with you guys, seeing what y'all's opinions are. Doing like Captain Pride. Okay. Let's see.
Boom! Was? I have it the wrong way. Check this out. Shift.
What up, people? It's Scotty Tyler on Base Arena, and it is the start of a brand new day here at Horizon Japan. So if you're listening in your car or you're kicking back on the
Oh my god, bro.
well,
It's
enjoy
holding
your
back
day.
so much the wheel.
That's probably how I would drive too, bro. I've never used one of those steering wheels before, but like, I don't know. What the fuck? This indie dev is making a comedy platformer where Amazon was shut down and the boxes are tired of waiting, so they make their own deliveries. Roll, jump, slam, flat mechanics, collect stamps, and explore the world. Oh man. Explore the world, man. Oh, I think that's it, man. There's really nothing else to kind of go over. It's kind of sad that Destiny 2 is finally coming to an end, you know? Oh, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait to play Black Flag, bro. Assassin's Creed is gonna go crazy, down. Okay, well, I guess that's it, chat. I think we're done for the news. What do y'all think of that starting screen? Be honest. What do you think of the starting soon screen? Like, is this heat or what? Is it heat or fire? Or it was decent, right? Like, not crazy. Like, I don't know. Am I tripping? Pokemon is reportedly banning vendors from selling graded slabs at official events. The new rule also restricts $1,000 plus items at most Japanese Pokemon Center products. Oh, if this is real, that's fucked up. I don't know how I feel about this. The burnt peanut and Fortnite sidekick. That is the most disgusting. That is the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? Okay, so we got some wind and waves info. According to Light, which you always got to take with a grain of salt with this guy. Apparently, Gen 10's new mechanic could be related to Heat Netsu in Japan. Months ago was Extractor from that doesn't even make sense. You can't even spell that right. From the Terra Leak, this Pikachu that appeared to expand and contract while taking on a red glow. What if this new Netsu mechanic was tied to a weather condition? Heat is the driving force behind climate change, influencing storms, wind currents, evaporations, fire, and many other environmental phenomena. Bro, that that just looks weird, bro. Like, who even knows if this thing's real? Oh, okay, this is good to know. Let me see. The next few days are going to be big hype for gaming and gamers. So Tuesday, 4 o'clock Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the PlayStation State of Play. June 5th, we're going to have the Summer Game Fest. Then we're going to have the Future Game Show. Xbox, don't really care. And yeah, okay. I'm down for that.
The biggest solve for us at Infinity Ward is really trying to make things look authentic and believable, real. And if you get those things right in the real world, you can bring it into the game itself. Ever since I was a kid, we didn't have a whole lot of money for toys and stuff like that. And so I made my toys sometimes. I would make toys out of plywood and stuff when I was getting older. I was heavy into model making because I loved Star Wars. And so I just grew up with a fascination of model making, kit bashing, and all this other stuff. And I do better when I have some physical thing in front of me to build from, and I can look at it and twist it in the light and things like that.
That's fair. That makes sense. Looking forward to the Xbox one.
Hey now.
Minecraft Dungeons 2. Interesting. I think it's cool to have like a model like that, especially like for
we
artists.
build a lot of
Like-
live action suits and all these.
Like if the model is like really like got those things where you can like move the fingers and all that, like when you pose it a certain way that you want, you can definitely relate that like into your art.
Builds
And I
and
think
stuff.
that's I've always wanted one.
Ghost is one of them, and this is the appliance that we'll use. It's a foam appliance, easy to work with. So I'm just gonna cut this mask down a little bit. Maybe my designer's philosophy is responding to things that happen along the way and then trying to figure out what tools do I have to solve those problems. But when we're doing stuff like this, it needs to be like visually consistent with modern warfare. So that means as real as you can make it. And I think that's really why it's important to not just draw this stuff, but build it for real. When you're working on an iconic character, you don't know it yet. When I did the original Ghost concept, it was done in maybe under 2 hours. I want to say it was just 3 sketches. I had an idea from design, and
Damn, so
I had
this
no
is the
idea that
dude.
this character
This is the dude that created the OG Ghost, bro. That is freaking awesome.
would be, an icon of the Modern Warfare franchise and like, the face of a lot of this stuff.
What's up,
Sometimes
Raul?
I'll just start with a sketch and we'll go from there. These were some early looks for Ghost.
That
A
one
few of
actually
us
fire.
felt strongly that we wanted to pay an homage to the original Ghost. I think people that played those games back at that time know and love, and I think that's a look that might be new to players that are just starting to see Ghost that way also. So there's something for everybody. We had a lot of research with special forces starting back in World War II, and they would customize their gear. So I see Ghost as kind of an evolution of the craftsmanship that special forces people and even military in general, they modify their stuff for a purpose. They're doing the same stuff, only the stakes are higher. I wanted to build him as a wearable live action suit. So I've been getting some people that wear the suits. I have to kind of think about ergonomics. And because of that, it has those ergonomics built into it. That dictated the way the mask actually ended up looking. Because I built it physically, there's some stuff that actually makes sense. That's the best part about going from a sketch to some type of concept like this to actually physically building it. What I'm really excited about with the Vault Edition is that this version of Ghost becomes very special after the events of Modern Warfare 4. So that really is why I think it was important to take so much time and effort to realize this character and build.
So I didn't even recognize this character. So this character right here.
To realize this character and build time and effort.
I was so confused. I was like, why did she? Who is she? Right? Because I was like, I thought it was a new character, but apparently, if you played Modern Warfare, if you played the last Modern Warfare 2, the one that came out in like 2022, I think. She was part of the Mexican cartel. She was shit, what was her name? Valeria. She's badass, bro. I'm glad they brought her back.
To realize this character and build this character out. His presence in this part of DMZ really represents a next step into what I would consider like new places to go in Modern Warfare. Even their blueprints tie back to there's some meaning in it and context.
Oh my god, bro. Are they going to make a movie? No, it's just for the
how
game.
It fits into the world of DMZ. So I am really excited about that. I'm super excited to see what people think about this one.
What I'm hoping is that when DMZ first came out in the MW2 remake, DMZ was such a letdown, bro. It was cool, but it was like it wasn't a game mode that I was like excited to play, right? Now, with the success of like Arc Raiders, which is a extraction shooter, if Call of Duty could take what has worked for Arc Raiders and implement it into DMZ, holy shit.
It's released. This is Ghost's AK. It has an Apex attachment, and it has like a drone killing attachment, which I think is pretty dope. There's all these little cool Easter eggs in those blueprints that kind of they connect to the character or they connect to the region that they're going into with it. A couple of those weapons are actually manufactured and come out of a really cool new place in DMZ that players will discover. The Vault Edition's kind of packed with some good goodies in.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Valeria's gun, bro. This is fire. It's got the rose, Vaya con Dios, El Sin Nombre.
In there, I think people will enjoy it.
No, that's heat. That actually looks fucking fire.
I don't like when things look perfect. They feel digital and fabricated and unrealistic to me. So this mask is asymmetrical. I did my best when I sculpted it to make it symmetrical, but real things in the real world they're asymmetrical. They don't line up perfectly. It's very human.
That's how I feel like with art, bro. Like when I draw something, I'm like, bro, this looks too like me, like I want to get it right, dude. Like I'm a perfectionist and I want to get it right, but I also have that problem. Like if it looks too perfect or if it looks too clean, I'm like, nah, I gotta add something to kind of mess it up a little bit. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. But I'm the same way. Broke a lot of rules, Price.
This is Tom Sacklezay. He's an extraordinary character artist, concept artist. You want to talk about iconic characters. I think Tom is responsible for some of the, some really iconic characters in the Modern Warfare franchise.
Like this character, like Joel just built the mask. He gave me the mask. I took a photo of it, put it on the body, passed it back to Joel. He worked on, we do a lot of collaboration. Send it to the character team. They start to model it. We go back. We do some tweaks. So there's a lot of back and forth collaboration that happens. But yeah, sometimes it just starts with something that Joel just puts together, and then we'll make it into a full character.
This process to me it's an old technique, and we're probably one of the only studios that does this. It's the DNA of how we develop here, and you can see it's taken off. We've kind of grown. The process has grown with the times and the technology, and it's incredible. The fans and the community of Call of Duty decide what's iconic. And we just do our best to put together really interesting artwork that is inspiring. Yeah. And he's got a couple on this project already. I've got the feeling they might be, like the community might see it the same way, but I feel they're iconic already. They're really badass.
Yeah, I know. You know what? That's where 3D printing comes into place.
Ghost is actually really difficult to build, and it's all bespoke. So it's a one-of-a-kind build. There aren't any more of these in the world. This is it, and down to all the scuffs and everything. They're all unique to this mask. So this is it. This is the source of this character right here.
Could you imagine owning that, bro? Like if they decided to give it away or sell it? Oh my God.
This is the Vault Edition Ghost Mask. I thought it'd be funny if there's this moment in the story where Ghost kind of comes out of the forest. He's kind of walking at you through the forest, and he's got his head down or something, and he walks up and he puts his hand on his face and pulls his mask off, like, tss, and all this gas comes out. And you're like, what? Is he going to show us? Oh, no. It's just another mask within a mask.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun. They better do that, bro. They better add that in the game. I'm going to be pissed if they don't add it in the game. Oh, man. Let's see. Is there anything else to go over, chat? Oh, is anybody going to play Donkey Kong 64 now that it's coming out to the Nintendo thing? I don't think I am. All right. I don't know if I have anything else. To go over. And I kind of, I'm actually not in the mood to play any games. What is this?
For every person you kill and for every chest you open, eat a jalapeno. Ha! Fantastic.
Well, that's what we've been doing for the last, hour. this like a fan-made Minecraft thing, or? Okay. Okay. That's cool.
I gotta see the view. I don't even care about playing, right? Like, I could have technically taken a plane to get there at 10 a.m. I would have missed out on playing, but at least I would have seen the people.
What the fuck? Why did it start at 8 minutes or like 5 minutes?
This doing, and they didn't give him the time off, even though he booked his flight and everything. So I feel bad for my boy, but it's gonna be myself and Mace. I am not prepped at all. I'm going 0-8 this year, and yeah, I'm going to turn on the car, get some gas. It is hot as hell, and I'm excited. I'm excited to meet y'all as well. It's gonna be.
Bro, he looks fucking exhausted, bro. Look at the
be a good time. So make
dark
sure you say hi to
circles
me.
around his eyes. This is a man that's not getting a lot of
See,
sleep, bro.
This ain't a short on live. I'm gonna be like, be right back for a battle. Okay, so I just got here. I have 16 minutes till boarding. I gotta go through TSA, bag check. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I missed my flight. It's all my fault. Even if there was traffic or whatever, I should have tried to leave earlier, but I had a lot of errands to do in the morning, make sure things were done in the house, make sure videos were done, so y'all have videos no matter what. So it's all me. Anyway, I had two options, right? One is drive 12 hours to Indianapolis, which is something I was legitimately entertaining. Big me. And she helped me. So now,
Not interested in hearing about the flight, dog. I'm sorry.
Information after a 4.5 hour Lyft drive, I am finally here. I would show you guys.
He took a 4.5 hour lift, bro. Oh my god.
But I have 1 hour to submit my team and get ready for bed, and then I gotta wake up an hour after that to get up and get ready. I think Mace is sleeping. He might wake up when he hears me do this. I'm trying to be type low. This was not what I expected today to be like at all. But I mean, I couldn't go back, man. People literally paid to come see me. I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that happens. Mace even got me some chicken over rice and a whole bunch of other stuff too. Might be a bit too much right now for me just to eat. To be honest, I might do it anyway. But yeah, anyway, it was a crazy day.
Bro, is it just me? Like, is it just me? Because I remember back in the day, like vlog style videos were like all the realm, right? Is it just me, or is it hard to focus when that person's that close to the camera, bro?
But shout out to John.
Like my eyes are hurting. I don't know why. I think I'm so used to like the streamers and having like a small camera on the video, and there, or maybe like,
you know, it was crazy.
Wide angle lens, but
anyway, I will see you guys hopefully with official day one at some point. All right, so day one.
It was just me getting old.
Right there. I slept an ungodly amount of minutes.
That's more than usual.
Maybe like 20. Good.
Bro.
Farigoraph. I almost said Faraf didn't change, just inform me. We'll see how things. He might have changed a move and submitted it, and then didn't change it in game. So he might not have a move on his Farigoraph. I almost said Faraf.
No,
I did change it.
You did it? All right.
Change
Yeah,
it?
we're
Change
good.
it?
We're
Okay,
good,
okay.
guys.
Okay,
We're
okay.
not losing yet.
Okay, bro starting without being able to use the main mon of his team is crazy. Round one opponent.
Hey, what's up? My name is Michael Jessup from Indianapolis, Indiana.
And you're watching him beat me. So I lost round one pretty badly.
Fuck.
But we all get one, right? I ended up winning round two, so I'm 1-1. The dream of 1-7 is still alive. 0-8 last year, 1-7 this year. Let's see what happens. I'm just tired as hell, man. 30 minutes of sleep. And I am currently 3-1 somehow.
I feel like I don't even need my glasses for this, bro. Like I see everything crystal clear though. Fucking zoomed in here.
But just know, I'm having a good time. Met a lot of great people. I'm just tired as hell. But let's keep going. We're here. They got games. They got the Moo Milk bottle toss.
What the heck?
Okay.
That's actually kind of cool. I would do that. Bro, come on, bro.
Okay. 13.
Oh, is it like the entire board? Yeah, the entire board.
Oh, okay. Oh, good try, good try, good try. I don't know how you hit just one, but you did. And you hit the same. That's my go, though. Okay, I have no idea what I said, but I'm 3-1 right now. And the delays have been crazy. I've been done since 12:50. It is now 3:15. There's still some games going on. Connections aren't working out. And I'm currently looking for my boy Necro Stevo. Because I haven't met him, and we've been subs and friends for a long time. But,
bro, the fucking dude. I don't know if this guy's never vlogged in his life, but I don't remember vloggers having their camera this far in their to their face.
yeah, I'm gonna find him.
Maybe it's also like a conscious thing, like you don't want to have the camera too far out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know, it could just be like a
Anyway,
socially
it's been
awkward
crazy.
kind of thing.
The
But
bathrooms aren't working. Everything's insane. First champion event, baby. Okay, long story short. What up, Mace? Long story short, it was crazy at the place. The bathrooms weren't working. I finished my game 4. That made me 3-1.
bro, okay, you know what? This was not the vlog that I thought it was gonna be. I expected more of like a in depth of what happened and you know shit like that. Oh man. But shout out to Poke Aim, dude. I mean, that's cool. Crazy that Wolf Glick came up short, bro. Like he lost to a 1, dude. That was fucking insane.
I'm about to build a maxed out gaming PC from Best Buy.
I kind of want to see this. Because low key, I kind of want a 2 PC setup, right? But you know, it's obviously not in the best
For people like you,
market
got my boy
time
locked
right
up behind
now.
Bars, so we're gonna need to go find some help. Gotta find the tallest rep possible.
And lucky for us, our favorite Best Buy employee Tanner is here to save the day and possibly help me make some terrible financial decisions.
I think we found them, boys. I'm 6'7", and this guy makes me look short. It's crazy. All right, Tanner, we're picking up the 9800X3D gaming PC, but since you're gonna have to open these up for us, we only want the best. What do you got, Tanner?
I got some graphics cards.
Okay, that is needed for a gaming PC.
Yeah, I gotta get a 5080, dude.
Bro just wants to see me spend some money. All right, 9800X3D. So we need some RAM. What is the most RAM you have?
I got some Kingston 64 gig.
Ooh. All right, pair with the 9800X3D.
Yeah, but how much is the fucking RAM, dude? Because the RAM is like
5080, you gotta get 64.
Okay.
$3.
Oh my gosh, dude. For graphics cards, what's the biggest boy you got?
Like I said, 5080, probably this gigabyte.
What's the damage? All right, who's sponsored?
Fucking hell, dude. 1,500 for a graphics card?
Joel, were you doing this video? No. Gigabyte RTX 5080. Of course, you got the 16 gig card on this one. $1,500.
Sorry.
We need a motherboard and SSD. What are we thinking?
SSD's right here. If you're getting the Kingston RAM, get the Kingston SSD.
Is this the biggest SSD that you have? 4 terabytes? Is this a maxed out? We only want the best of the best. What does a 4 terabyte normally run? Like 1,100 bucks?
Yeah.
Why is my SSD almost the same price as my 5080 graphics card? What happened to the SSD market?
What the
Is it my
hell?
time? Do you need the cart?
Oh no.
Okay.
So we need an AM5 socket. We need what, like a B650? All right, I think we got ourselves a winner. What happens if we do the B650 Aorus Elite, the AX version?
We just got everything we need. I mean,
dude, how we feeling about this so far? You're feeling good. I'm not feeling good. Tanner and I were friends before this one, but dudes.
Now, so far we have our motherboard, processor, SSD, RAM, and GPU. But there's some bad news, boys.
Now, the bad news, boys, is we are
Am I the only one who
5
collected
products
Yu-Gi-Oh?
in,
Nah, bro.
and we
Yu-Gi-Oh
are
was hot
already
back in the
over
day.
$3,000 on this build. Do you mind putting that in carts? Okay. And we still need 4 more products for this. We need PC case, we need fans, we need AIO, and of course we need the power supply. So it's right there. Keep it moving.
So of course, to power this beast of a PC up, we're buying the Corsair RM1000X power supply, along with this NZXT Kraken Elite AIO to cool us down after some sweaty games of Fortnite. But it's time for the big question, boys. What's the best possible case to hold my credit card debt, PC together?
All right, Tanner, now that we got all our components, what PC case are we gonna be throwing this in?
I actually still have some of my cards
I
sleeved.
like this one. It's pretty cool.
Quinn, do you mind throwing me the 5080 real quick? I'm regretting all my decisions on who asked to help us today. I was going after height.
I would say, honestly, probably set you up with like an NZXT H9. Got a 5080, good size motherboard.
Okay.
You're gonna need some space.
I don't think it's gonna fit in this.
We'll make it work.
Quinn, do you mind putting that in the cart?
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Dude, I'm surprised he even needs a ladder to go up.
And just like that, boys, we have the fastest possible PC you can put together from Best Buy.
Now that we got all our items in the cart, boys, it's time to go to the checkout counter and see how much this comes out to. You said you were still buying? I fly, you buy?
I didn't.
Let's go, dude.
What is that even? I got the cart, don't worry.
And I'm not gonna lie, based off of our SSD and RAM,
I don't even want to know, bro. Because I do want a second PC. But to build one in this market's day and age, like, is insane.
alone, it's not looking pretty.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way, dude. Just, you boys ever seen credit card debt like this?
All right, man. Total is $5,364.
Fellas, if I don't post for the next few months, it's because I'm on vacation, all right? And definitely not hiding from my wife. But that moves us on to phase 2 of the plan, and let's just hope I don't break anything in the building process.
What did you say the total was? 50 what?
Months, it's
$64.
You boys ever seen credit card debt like this?
All right, man. Total is $5,364.
$5,300.
Fellas, if I don't post for the next 2 of the
Build here in the gaming house, but let me just say this. I didn't think I would be building a $5,300 gaming PC in the big 2026, especially one that doesn't have a 5090 in it. Whoops. It's these 2 things right here, RAM and SSD. These combined were $2,400. That's almost the
Oh my God.
entire rest of the gaming setup. So let's get to building it.
And grab your popcorn and motherboard, boys, because all of our PC components are going into this B650 Aorus Elite.
Hold on that for me. Now, for all those that are sitting at home and have never built a PC before, we're just gonna keep it simple. You got your motherboard, you got your RAM, you got your SSD, and you got your processor. That's where we're starting off. Slide the processor in, close it. If you hear a really bad crunch or crack, it's totally normal. English is difficult. That was meant to say normal.
And if you're lucky enough to have RAM in 2026, this step is for you, fellas.
Now the prized possession. Most of the time people would say, oh, you're installing the graphics card? No, I'm installing the $1,200 of DDR5 RAM. What color is our PC build?
Yeah, the box, I forgot.
Black would be the answer. Yeah, black.
Appears to be white.
You would be correct. We're going like Oreo themed. All right, so far so good, boys. Nothing has...
Bro, the fact that RAM is so expensive. You know why RAM is so expensive? Fucking AI, dude.
broken. Yeah, 4 terabyte SSD. For my entire existence on this planet, which some of you may be asking how long is that? That is on status. I have always gone with a 1 terabyte SSD. So this is the first time we're going multiple terabytes. Boom, motherboard's done, has the processor, has the RAM, has that.
I mean, now keep in mind there are cheaper options, right? He's going for like the best of the best, top of the line, maxed out shit.
SSD. Some people even install the AIO. Well, I'm not some people. I do things a little bit different. NZXT H9 Flow in black. Does not match the white RAM sticks. Installation guide. And if you were sitting there like, Samson, why did you buy that? Is it because it looks cool? Is it because it's efficient, effective? No. The RGB fans were already installed. That's a winner in my book. Now I don't have to do it.
And since the fans are taken care of, we can throw in the motherboard, and now our Kraken Elite AIO is ready to go, boys.
I mean,
that's what I have,
look
a
at this
Kraken
build already, Joel. How's it looking? Here's the radiator.
Yep,
Because now we got to install the fans in our radiator. Yay! Get it backwards. You really should put this onto the radiator before you put it in. You know what was the greatest invention they ever came out with? On these AIOs, they started including the thermal paste on the backside so you don't have to apply it yourself. You feel me, Joel? Like, don't you feel good about this?
But fellas, the only 3-letter word that's better than AIO is GPU. Am I right?
The moment has arrived, Joel. It is time for the RTX Gigabyte 5080, $1,500. You ready to see what credit card debt looks like, dude? Give you a little ASMR. You ready? Did you enjoy that? Good. Gaming starts here. Apparently with the sticker, that's crazy. Whoa, whoa, I'm sorry. I'm taking away the aesthetic unboxing part of it. Okay. That's not bad looking. That's a nice graphics card. Let's throw it in, dude. Graphics card is installed. Last but not least, let's get the power supply in and connect all the cables.
I can't get
After
a good PC for a reasonable price because my classmates keep using GP.
That's what that thing is called. Our PC is all connected
Bro,
and it's
seriously,
ready to
dude.
be turned on.
You know what I hate? You know what the most frustrating thing about Twitter is, bro? Is I see somebody post something that takes 2 brain cells to fucking think about, and everybody in the comments is like, "Hey Gronk, is this real? Hey Gronk, how do you do this?" Like, hey Gronk, like, dude, fucking think for yourself.
But
bro.
the real
Like,
question is,
can't
will this
stand
burning
people,
hole in
man.
my wallet actually turn on?
You ready? Do you even know how to build PCs? Make sure to follow for extra PC tips. We had been 9 casualties during this build, but it turned on the first try. Look at that thing. Now that we finished building out the gaming PC, we're down to the last 2 tasks. We're gonna be putting this thing through some serious stress tests.
You are useless!
And of course, dropping into some games for that real world application, you know what I'm saying?
No time to waste, boys. It's time to find out, is a maxed out Best Buy PC actually worth it?
So now we got the Nova benchmark test up, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna stress the heck out of our computer, give us an overall score to see if we messed up anywhere in the build, but then also give us a ranking to see how well our gaming PC is against other people online. And if you know anything about me, we don't take second place in anything. Get that right there. 100% of the CPU currently being used. I mean, this thing is being stressed out to the max. Poor guy. He's getting, never mind, I can't say that.
But after 5, 6, maybe even 7 minutes of stress testing, how well did our PC do?
All right, the results are in, boys, and right now on our Nova Bench score, our PC is ranking higher than 98% of users out there. Now, did I say I like coming in second? No, so this is a little depressing. But one thing we have to remember, this is a 9800X3D processor, which means it's for gaming, not this multitasking nonsense. We're gamers around here. So when it does a lot of its tests with multi-core, things of that nature, it's not gonna do as well. But overall, to be in the top 98 percentile with a score of 6,828, boys, we'll take it. You wanna know why? Because it's now time to hop into some gaming and show you what this beast could really do. And boys, what better way to stress out your PC with some gaming than Battlefield 6?
That is definitely a heavy
What's
game
the
to play
difference
on computer
between
on
season
PC.
4? I have no idea. I haven't touched this in a while. But you know what's gonna be the most diabolical thing in this setup? Playing without a mouse pad. Can you hear that, dude? And we are set at 480 hertz. We're gonna be pushing the limits on this bad boy. All right, we're first gonna try it out on medium settings here. The entire package, graphics quality, medium, all the way down. Gameplay's feeling fluid-like, but I'll be the judge of that to see how well this PC does. Whoa, dude, I still got it, dude. Oh my gosh, I build good computers. Honestly, that was mostly user. That wasn't PC. Our CPU FPS is at 170 and our GPU is at 180 right there. That is without frame generation. That is raw frames on medium graphics.
That's PC.
Yeah, no, that was definitely. I don't know how I missed that headshot. All right, boys, now we're cranking it up. We turned everything to overkill, and we're gonna come into advanced, and we did frame rendering, and we turned on the NVIDIA multi-frame generation, your DLSS 4, to see what kind of FPS we get on overkill, but using those fake AI frames that everyone loves. That was the sound of me on the bike, just in case you're wondering. Someone's shooting me! Don't they know I'm trying to test a PC, get some really cool sniper shots? That was PC again. That was PC. Even in our firefights, we're still seeing above 350 FPS on the CPU and over 150 FPS off the GPU on ultra crazy graphics. So overall, I would call that a win. So overall, boys, the Best Buy maxed out gaming PC, I gotta give it 8.7 out of 10. They still had a high-end SSD, high-end RAM sticks, the best gaming processor with the 9800X 3D, but they just didn't have that 5090 graphics card. But overall, gaming PC did awesome. But if you guys wanna see what I actually do with these gaming setups, you can check out this gaming room build here. Other than that, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Where are you going, bro?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Cool. That's not a bad video. That guy was actually kind of entertaining. But now we know, chat, you can build a very awesome PC at Best Buy for $5,300.
Wolf Glick just went undefeated 8-0 in the first official tournament of Pokemon Champions at Indianapolis Regionals. He used this team, which is really off-standard, using Mega Steelix to overwhelm his competition, and he was actually featured in the last round of Swiss, and we're going to go over that battle now. I also have a recreation of the team with the replica code, which I'm going to flash on the screen right now if you want to use it for yourself. Wolf usually releases his exact team on Patreon on the Monday after a tournament, if I'm not mistaken, so check that out if you want the exact stats that he used to go to the 8-0 record and however he finishes on the next day of competition.
I'm going to have to record a video. I'm going to have to record a video on Monday when I get off work. Oh, no, that's Tuesday. Monday, I'm going to have to record a video of like my rank ladder experience. I can't imagine how many people are going to be running this fucking team after Monday.
Competition. In this video, in addition to that recreation, we are going to go over the actual set that he played in the round 8, which, spoilers, of course, he did go undefeated, as I mentioned, so he does win this match, but it's a really excellent set, so definitely worth watching all the way through. But before we do that, I think it is worth providing a little bit of context. So Wolf actually used Mega Steelix one time before. I think he might actually be the top finishing Mega Steelix player ever. He finished just outside of top 16 of the Houston Regional Championships or I think it was actually the Dallas Regionals in 2018, which I actually did win, and I actually played him, and I think maybe the round 5 of the tournament in a really tough match for me. Truthfully, he blew me out of the water. He was one of my 2 losses in the tournament, and because the global challenge is best of 1. Gonna do
Protect, Heavy Slam, High Horsepower, Wide Guard. Protect, Rock Slide, Knockoff, Dragon Dance, Rage Power, Trick Room, Matcha Gotcha. Protect, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, Light Screen. Protect, Close Combat, Dire Claw, Fake Out. Protect, Brave Bird, Fire Blitz, and Swords Dance. Not bad.
Do a brief overview of Wolf's team. There's a lot of details here that are really interesting, but I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I'd rather see the actual thing. Let me just go and replay. Let's replay that last match, chat. Let's see what happened, and then we'll call it a night.
Make great use of that from its natural synergy.
Huge for Arcel in that top 4 match against Nick Navarre. Those sleep powders were devastating for Nick's game plans. Really difficult to execute your plans if your Pokemon fall asleep. And looking at Wolf's team, it's only going to be that Sinistra that can be immune to the sleep powders.
That's going to be a tough one, but you know that there are ways that you can kind of flip the speed orders on their head, since Chlorophyll does help to make that Steelix a little bit faster, make anything a little bit faster than that Venusaur over there. So maybe you can take it out before it gets to you. As a reminder, 2 games in order, huge feat for Arcel Puri to get his first and an 11th regional championship title.
Bro, look at his accolades, bro. World champion in 2016. He hasn't become a world champion in 10 years. He had the 2020 Player Cup 2 online championship, 2-time international championship, 10-time regional championship. That's crazy.
Wolf being able to fill out those accomplishments with champions of 4 different types of events. I think maybe one of very few people that can say that. Just an impressive resume from Wolf here. But Arsal has fought his way to the finals in the exact same way Wolf did. They are on equal footing here in this very last match.
But who has the edge? When we think about the ways the solar-powered Venusaur with that chlorophyll ability to give Arsal a bit more of the natural speed with these Pokemon, or are we going to see Trick Room set by Wolf's end so you can play at the slower end of the speed spectrum with something like that Steelix?
Arsal also has the option for Trick Room on that Sinistra. If Wolf goes for that
Bro, it's so
Dragon Dance
cool to
Tyranitar
finally
mode
see
we've seen
Pokemon
him use so
champions
many
being
times,
used like officially.
Sinistra could be a way chance to fight.
Needed to get Wolf second opportunity at the sand, take away that weather. They mega evolve and they get a second opportunity to
answers to
maybe is going to be leading with what is going to prevail here. Works for they have that light screen on the Rotom. So what is going to prevail here? The sun from Ulcer Puri.
Holy shit. Wolf's finally not in default clothing.
Or is it going
He
to
actually
be the
has an
sand
outfit.
from Wolf Glick? One way to find out. Jumping into game number 1. Wolf is going to be leading with the Steelix and Tyranitar. We're going to see the Garchomp and Venusaur for
Yeah, I
Arsal.
remember.
Right off the bat, both of Wolf's possible Mega Evolution Pokemon showing their faces. Tyranitar setting up that sand immediately means that this Venusaur is going to lose its Focus Sash unless it swaps out on this turn. The Steelix and the Tyranitar can both Mega Evolve, but you can only select one per battle. The fact that Steelix has come indicates that Wolf is probably going for that Mega Steelix mode in this first game.
Steelix would be a great call here. Something that would be not taking too much damage for something on the Venusaur side. Has a general good matchup into something like the Sludge Bomb. And the second attack that this Venusaur has is Earth Power. So we'll see this Tyranitar make a switch out for now as the Talonflame comes in to take its place. Something else that doesn't necessarily want to end up taking any chip damage here from the sand at the end of this turn, unless it breaks its Gale Wings. But that's not going to matter when the Garchomp's going to do that for it. Sleep Powder from the Venusaur comes out into the Steelix, but that protect keeping it safe for now.
And a huge turn from Arsal right off the bat. There's a lot of damage into Talonflame, and this Choice Scarf Garchomp will be able to outspeed and KO it because this Talonflame's Gale Wings is no longer active. Venusaur does lose its Focus Sash to that sand, but you are threatening a Sleep Powder into this Steelix, and if Steelix
Well, we already talked about it in the
something
beginning
that
of the
can absorb
stream,
that
so
Sleep
we already
Powder
know
like
who
the
won.
Sinistra, I don't think that Hospitality would even be enough to save the Talonflame.
Question is, who do you think's going to win?
Gets out of dodge. Sinistra comes in to take its place, and there's not really anything to help.
We're just
to
watching
be
the actual
hospitable to.
rematch.
Steelix is at full HP, but it's here to Mega Evolve. And staring down at the competition, Garchomp and Venusaur, they're looking onward as the Garchomp lets out another Dragon Claw, taking that Sinistra down to about 2/3 of its HP, and the Sleep Powder hits. The Venusaur is accurate, and Steelix has got to take a nap on the job.
Still really keeping up that offensive pressure is Arsal. Another Dragon Claw into that Sinistra does almost half when you count that sand damage. A combination of Dragon Claw and Sludge Bomb may be able to finish it off. Steelix also put to sleep by this Venusaur. Garchomp not threatening at all with that Dragon Claw, but Venusaur is also packing Earth Power, a super effective special attack.
That would be one way to get through
Incineroar,
this
okay,
giant defense stat on the Steelix. Another way that you can help to keep it in check is going to be with this Incineroar switching in. If the Steelix does wake up, it is going to be doing less damage since it took that Intimidate drop, but it looks like only a second Earth Power would be enough to knock it out. Steelix wakes up though, and it's going to come in with a Heavy Slam under the Venusaur, just barely missing out on the KO. Can the sand damage pick up and finish up the job? Sinistra just sets up the Trick Room.
Twisted Dimensions mean that Steelix will be attacking first. The Sinistra, the Incineroar takes sand damage. Venusaur barely hangs on, but only one more turn will finish it off. And especially since Trick Room just went up as well, a Matcha Gotcha or an attack from the Steelix could take it out. Wolf gets that crucial first turn wake with the Steelix to get a huge Heavy Slam off into the Venusaur. Incineroar coming in means that Venusaur didn't get knocked out thanks to that Intimidate, but I wonder if you would rather it get knocked out here so you don't have the sitting duck Venusaur on the field.
Charizard's actually going to come in and take the Venusaur's place, but you cannot take away the sand just yet. You're gonna have to wait for this Charizard to Mega Evolve on the next turn as the Incineroar is able to fake out the Steelix to prevent it from attacking on this first one. So now, with the Machagacha, great, you get a little bit of damage down, but the biggest thing here is that this Charizard's going to want to Mega Evolve and take away that Sand Force from the Steelix.
If it Mega Evolves, it will set up the stun and threaten some very powerful Fire-type attacks, but Arsenal has to be very careful about when he chooses to Mega Evolve, because if he does, Tyranitar can immediately switch back in, set up the Sand once again, and the combination of that Sand going up and the Wide Guard from the Steelix means that there is no available Fire-type damage if the Sand is up.
Yeah, you would look at something like the Weather Ball, but of course if the Sand is active, that becomes a Rock type attack. That's not going to be doing too much damage to either Pokemon standing in front of.
That is so true. I didn't even think about that. I'm so used to like these like the weather effects when they come out, right? I didn't even think about that. You gotta time it right when the Mega Evolve Charizard, because you're like, damn.
That Charizard.
That's tough too. The
You only get
Charizard
one
now
shot at
not
it.
really threatened heavily by any type of attacks. The Sinistcha with Machagacha, we saw it do barely anything. And the Steelix's Heavy Slam, still a decent threat, but at -1. And with that resistance on the Fire type, Charizard can possibly stick around this turn without going for that Mega Evolution and try to fire off a Heat Wave.
You see the Tyranitar switch in for the Sinistcha, and there's only one turn of Sand left. Is that going to get overwritten as we do end up seeing the Charizard stay on the field as another switch comes through? Charizard's actually not even going to Mega Evolve here. Great patience from Arsenal to just let a Heat Wave through. Tyranitar takes that much better than the Sinistcha that would have been on the other side, as the Sand is now expired.
Really smart option to not Mega Evolve the Charizard there. I think by not going for that Mega Evolution, you're keeping one of your resources in your pocket. You can now threaten the Sun to go up here, and Arsenal or Wolf would have to swap out the Tyranitar, bring it back in, but in doing so, you probably lose your Talonflame or your Sinistcha to an attack from this Charizard. Are you willing to make that trade immediately? Sand ending as well means that there's no more chip damage,
so
there's no more
ready to go
special
to bed after
defense
this.
boost on this Tyranitar, and of course there is no more Weather Ball changing into a Rock type. I think if Charizard's going to attack on this turn, it probably turns into the Sun.
I think so. That would be a really tough one for this Steelix to take, knowing that it already took over half from that Earth Power for the VSWR earlier. Still 2 turns of Trick Room remaining, though, for Wolf to take advantage of, as the Incineroar swaps in for the Charizard. Wants to get a nice Intimidate drop onto both of these Pokemon, as Steelix lets out the Heavy Slam. Not going to be too much for this Garchomp to handle, though, as the Tyranitar is hoping to follow that up with a Rock Slide, connecting into both Pokemon. The Garchomp
So we're gonna give Steelix another go, or what?
The Incineroar takes a lot as it switches in.
Without the Sand, that Heavy Slam doesn't get the boost from Sand Force. Incineroar, after eating its Citrus Berry, will be relatively healthy, but Garchomp flinches from the Rock Slide, probably trying to get off a huge stomping tantrum on this turn to potentially knock out that Steelix, take the Pokemon advantage, but Rock Slide prevents that from happening, and now Wolf is facing down this Garchomp and Incineroar with all of his Pokemon remaining.
One more turn of Trick Room left, and then we will see if it can get set up again. Incineroar hitting the field means that there's a fresh Fake Out available for either the Steelix or the Tyranitar, and maybe another chance for this Garchomp to finish the job.
Stomping Tantrum would be great into either Steelix
And what
or
makes it
Tyranitar,
harder is
but
now they have an
putting
open
that
team
into
sheet,
either
right?
the
So now you can see
Talonflame
everything
or the
your
Sinistcha.
opponent's
So
got.
Arsenal had
So
a window on that last turn to get off a crucial attack here, but it might be closing.
Steelix gets faked out, though, knows that this is going to be a tough Pokemon to get through, especially with that physical defense, as Tyranitar goes for the knockoff.
Ooh.
Barely misses the KO here, but you are actually getting rid of a pretty critical piece. The Choice Scarf removed from the Garchomp, letting it pick something else. It had locked into Dragon Claw on the turn before, and now you've gotten rid of that extra speed advantage the Garchomp will have outside of Trick Room.
The knockoff means that Garchomp no longer has that Choice Scarf, no longer will outspeed that Talonflame. You don't have to worry about your Gale Wings being broken by taking some damage. You will be able to outspeed Garchomp, either finish it off with that dual Brave Bird, maybe go for something like that Swords Dance too, but crucially again, the Garchomp is no longer going to attack before Talonflame. You also get some really good damage off with that knockoff. Garchomp can be a little bit difficult for Tyranitar and Steelix to deal with, but now in range for attack from any of Wolf's Pokemon.
It's going to be the Sinistcha to come back in, because if there's anything that the Steelix can stand tall to, it's likely the Garchomp and the Incineroar. But can they actually withstand the full test? As wow, an interesting order of events here. It's actually going to be the Hospitality to heal up the Steelix before it switches out, and the Talonflame comes in to take its place. Sinistcha takes another Dragon Claw, letting itself eat its Citrus Berry after the damage that it's taken, and the Parting Shot into the Talonflame will drop its attack.
Smart order of swaps by Wolf. I think you really wanted that hospitality healing on the Steelix there to make sure it is healthy for later on in this battle. What Arsal's doing very well is using these Dragon Claws, guaranteeing that you're getting good damage out. If you're going for Stomping Tantrum on this turn, for example, you're either hitting a Grass type or a Flying type, but now the Sinistra can't really take too many more attacks. These Dragon Claws are adding up from this Garchomp. Wolf does have the speed advantage with the Talonflame, but what are you going to do with it?
You have the option to go for Brave Bird or Flare Blitz. Those are your two attacks. You've got Sharpig on the Talonflame, so you'll get an extra boost if you do decide to go for a Brave Bird. But if you hit into the Garchomp, that's Rough Skin recoil that will be happening on top of the recoil you will take from using either of those moves. It's going to be Incineroar to come back in. There was a -1 attack stat onto that Talonflame. Make that -2 as the Intimidate will help that out too. The Sinistra protects itself, knowing that this Charizard is going to be threatening something here. Talonflame does unleash a Brave Bird, and that's going to go right into the Incineroar. But that's not going to hurt as much as you wish it might have because of that -2.
Arsal also refusing to Mega Evolve this Charizard, continues to be very smart about conserving that resource. The Heat Wave coming through because of all those Dragon Claws into the Sinistra would have been knocked out even without the Sun and the stats from Mega Evolving. Now Tyranitar comes in, Sand will get set up, and then Arsal can go for that Mega Evolution. If Steelix comes in, you have to swap in that Tyranitar if you want to prevent any kind of Sand. But if you swap in Tyranitar on this non-Mega Charizard and then it Mega Evolves, the Sun goes up. Refusing to Mega Evolve this Charizard is really, really smart from Arsal here.
It's proving to us that it doesn't need to hold a Focus Sash or a Life Orb. Charizard in its base form is doing plenty. But you're right, the timing of this has been very critical to let Mega Evolution go on this Charizard. You get a nice boost to your special attack output as well, but with this Tyranitar hitting the field, I think this might be the door that Arsal needed to be opened.
The Tyranitar is also so weak. A Solar Beam should be able to knock it out. Maybe even a combination of Heat Wave and Flare Blitz from this Incineroar. If the Tyranitar is faster than Incineroar, though, you have the chance to go for that knockoff. We've seen it Dragon Dance. It's probably a very speedy Tyranitar. So you can try to go for that Rock Slide, immediately take out that Incineroar, but if you do, you leave yourself vulnerable to this Charizard. Arsal now has the option to pull the trigger on that Mega Evolution, set up the Sun with Drought, activate either Solar Beam.
What do you think? You think it's going to Mega Evolve the Charizard
There's
now?
also an option here for a Rage Powder from the Sinistra. Is that
Or you
something
think it's
that
gonna
might
hold
be
off?
able to protect this Tyranitar? If you are thinking that something like a Solar Beam might go that way. Sinistra doesn't want to find out. It's going to switch out for Steelix now, come in and take its place. So then is this risky? Charizard is Mega Evolving. It's going to set the Sun. It's got Heat Wave at its disposal.
If Heat Wave comes through and knocks out the Steelix, the Sun will be up for the remainder of the game.
Let's find out what happens with this Charizard. It's got a couple of different options here, but we know one thing's for sure. Tyranitar is not going down on this turn. Charizard unleashes the Weather Ball, which is going to catch the Steelix on the switch in and knock it out.
I think Arsal just wins this game. Sinistra cannot redirect attacks from Venusaur.
I was thinking of Heat Wave. I didn't think Weather Ball was going to be used.
Into the Sinistra for the remainder of this battle. A Earth Power from this Venusaur without that Sand special defense boost might be enough to just knock out this Tyranitar and get game 1 for Arsal.
I think you're right. The patience has been key here, as this Charizard is going to keep the weather sunny all day for the rest of this game number 1.
No need to worry about Heat Wave here. A Weather Ball into Sinistra will finish it off. The question is, does Earth Power KO Tyranitar without the special defense boost from the Sand, without the Mega Evolution special defense buff? I think it might be.
There also might just be, I was going to say, I don't know if it's a cleaner way through the game, but did you just try to rip Sleep Powder into the Tyranitar if you expect that you're not going to be able to protect here? Or Rage Powder it away? Sinistra is going to protect itself in front of this, but yeah, you're right. Your power just comes out and it's a knockout onto the Tyranitar, leaving the Sinistra by itself to have to battle a 1v4.
I don't know if Sinistra can do that, Rosemary. It's really powerful at helping its teammates out, but when it comes down to winning games on its own, not what you want to see. Arsal takes a commanding game 1 over Wolf Glick, refusing to Mega Evolve that Charizard until the timing was perfect, just put Wolf in a really tough spot. The use of that Dragon Claw on Garchomp was huge to ensure that you're consistently pumping out damage and not letting these defensive switch catch you off guard.
Wow, and Sinistra almost gets taken down by that final Sludge Bomb, but is nice enough to let its partner Charizard finish it up. Game 1 in the Masters Finals goes to our Silpari.
That was so well played by Arsal the entire time. Wolf was able to get Trick Room up with that Sinistra.
The boy calm, bro. The boy calm, cool, collected.
Really, and even the Pokemon on Arsal is
All right, let's see what adjustments.
Have a great
the other
Or you're gonna be made.
If you leave it at home and then you rely on the Mega Evolution of the Tyranitar, you do get to play a little bit more within the timing of the Mega Charizard on the other side, but it's still going to be a run back of the Tyranitar and the Steelix as we see the Garchomp and the Venusaur for Arsal.
I like it. You stick to your guns. Arsal did very well with this lead in the first game. Wolf knows that he could potentially play this a little bit differently and turn it around in game number 2. But right off the bat, once again, Venusaur threatening a big Earth Power into Steelix, running Sleep Powders into either of these Pokemon, trying to create some space for Arsal to not take much damage in the next coming turns.
We see Tyranitar protect itself as Steelix will do the same. It doesn't want to fall to a Sleep Powder, but you also get to scout for what this Garchomp is going to go for with its Choice Scarf, locking itself into Dragon Claw in the first turn.
I like that from Wolf, just making sure you know what this Garchomp is trying to do. If by chance Arsal switches it up and tries to go for a ground type attack here, you know your Talonflame and your Sinistcha are much safer. Now knowing the Dragon Claw is the move locked, it's unlikely that Venusaur and Garchomp can double up for a knockout into either of these two Pokemon, so it's a lot safer for Wolf here. No Mega on Steelix though.
No Mega on the Tyranitar either, so it's going to be a Sleep Powder to put the Steelix to sleep and a Dragon Claw to bring this Tyranitar down to about half. Steelix has to take a mandatory turn of sleep, but Tyranitar has gone for Dragon Dance to give it a bit of a speed boost for the next turn.
Wolf taking a page out of Arsal's book and not Mega Evolving when the timing seemed right. Really smart here, because if the Steelix gets put to sleep as it Mega Evolves, you've given up that Mega Evolution, you've removed the option for Tyranitar to use it, and if Steelix didn't get put to sleep, the Heavy Slam still does a good chunk to Venusaur, maybe even to Garchomp. You're probably not taking a one-hit KO on either way, so the drop in damage that you traded potentially by not going for that Mega Evolution is very worth keeping it in your pocket.
Now you get your choice, as Incineroar is going to come in and you make that decision a little bit easier. Intimidate drop onto both the Steelix and the Tyranitar, but you've got to figure out when the Steelix is going to wake up. It won't be this turn, as we do see that Steelix get back into its Pokeball to let some room for the Sinistcha to give a Hospitality Matcha boost to this Tyranitar. As Rock Slide comes out, it is faster than the Venusaur, might be able to get a flinch here, but more importantly, ends up getting some major damage down onto this Incineroar to bring it down into Citrus Berry range.
Oh, the
Venusaur
flinch.
does flinch. Tyranitar understood the assignment.
That's a huge bit of damage into Incineroar there, thanks to that Dragon Dance. That was still a full-powered Rock Slide after the Intimidate. Now with a few more turns of sand damage, a Rock Slide could take it out, and of course Venusaur does not want to take one more Rock Slide. That flinch is huge for Wolf here. You've prevented your Tyranitar from potentially going to sleep, or taking something like an Earth Power, which could put it in range for that Garchomp to come in later and knock it out. Sinistcha also is here to protect that Tyranitar a little bit. Can't redirect the Venusaur, but did give it a crucial hospitality boost.
Gotta protect yourself this turn though, because with that Incineroar switching in, you don't want to get faked out, and you also don't want to get Earth Powered on the same turn. Sinistcha going to protect itself too. Let's just scout out that this Venusaur really is going after it. Has its number there with the Sludge Bomb, as the Flare Blitz would have been a double up into that slot. If you want to just think about switching out the Sinistcha on this turn.
Yeah, this Sinistcha isn't really doing
he's trying to take out that support real quick.
If it does stay on the field and potentially take a Sludge Bomb and Flare Blitz, you might lose it and lose access to Hospitality. If you swap it out and bring it back in, you get another bit of health recovery on this Tyranitar.
One turn of Sandstorm left, so will we see this Tyranitar actually give up this Dragon Dance boost? We won't. Incineroar is going to miss that Rock Slide as the Garchomp comes in to take that Venusaur's place, and that is a Pokemon you did not want to miss with that super effective Rock type attack. Leaves this Incineroar to go for the party shot, drop this Tyranitar's attack
You can't even tell he's
Rock
like
Slide
worried
gives
about
and
it.
takes away. Missing that Incineroar means, I don't know if it would have knocked it out if it did connect, but you do lose a lot of damage on that Incineroar, and you potentially lose your shot at that flinch on the Incineroar as well. Matcha Gotcha coming through into Garchomp, has a chance to burn it, which could make it even more difficult for Arsal here, but it looks like it did not. A little bit of recovery there, and of course no damage on Charizard. This is where the Choice Scarf on the Garchomp is crucial. With that Choice Scarf, we'll still be able to outspeed Wolf's Tyranitar at +1, but because it is Choice Scarf and doesn't have something like a boosting item, no soft sand to power up those ground type attacks, will an Earthquake be able to knock out Tyranitar before it can Rock Slide the Charizard?
That's a tough question to answer, because you still have a a speed boost on this Tyranitar. It's only at -1 as well, thanks to the Dragon Dance and the extra work put in by the Incineroar to drop it below neutral. But now you got to think about the timing of the Mega Evolution. Which weather would win?
If both Pokemon Mega Evolve on this turn, it would actually be the Sun that remains up. Tyranitar is faster than the Charizard thanks to that Dragon Dance, but there's no Mega Evolution, there's a swap out. We're dropping that speed boost to give yourself a chance to attack with this Talonflame.
And Charizard's going to protect itself, so we will see this Garchomp actually go for Earthquake, something the Sinistcha is going to handle very well, and the Talonflame will be immune to thanks to that flying typing. Sinistcha, look at that. I mean, it's going to get another chance to go for like a Matcha Gotcha here and actually try to get a burn onto this Garchomp.
A burn and maybe more importantly some more damage to put it in guaranteed KO range for Brave Bird. That Garchomp takes a lot from that Matcha Gotcha, and now this Talonflame swapping in on a ground type attack with no sand active has that Gale Wings. You have the priority Brave Bird, can knock out this Garchomp even if that Incineroar comes in for an Intimidate. This is what you need to threaten this Garchomp with your speed advantage on the Talonflame, because that Tyranitar again would still have been slower.
Garchomp's going to switch out, knows that it's going to need to change up its move selection in the next turn, and is also a bit under threat. Intimidate to help drop the attack stat of
One
that
thing I've noticed
Talonflame. Maybe that's going to
with
make
these
this KO just a little bit more survivable. But Talonflame goes for the Sword Stance here. That's going to be a +1 Talonflame, and you're going to have to be a little scared of that one.
What's crazy to me is like how viable these guys made their teams for the swap outs.
If Heatwave connects, you at least get to break the Gale Wings on this Talonflame, and thankfully for Arsal, it does. But Talonflame is going to be the fastest Pokemon on the field still, and unless Arsal is able to swap that Garchomp in, Talonflame has to worry, or no, Arsal's Pokemon have to worry about taking this +1 Sharp Beak boosted Brave Bird.
Or if you set the sun, then I would be a little worried about those Flare Blitzes too.
Thankfully, this Incineroar coming in, you do get the Intimidate, so Talonflame now is only at -1, or +1 rather, and you have the option to potentially swap out that Charizard for Garchomp while you fake out the Talonflame. That still opens up an avenue for you to outspeed this no Gale Wings Talonflame, but the Charizard instead will Mega Evolve.
Still a Mega Evolution on the table for Wolf on the next turn, but the Sun will be active at least for this one to start things off. Incineroar goes for the Fake Out, going to stop this Talonflame in its tracks, and so it's not going to be able to get a turn off for this one, but Charizard goes for Solar Beam. Is that a Tyranitar on the other side?
I think it is.
Charizard lets the Solar Beam rip. That poor Tyranitar is on the receiving end and gets one hit knocked out on the switching.
Damn,
no
bro.
more sand at all for this game. Wolf loses Tyranitar to a huge call. That is a major Solar Beam there. Makes a lot of sense that Sinistcha did not want to take a fire type attack, but now crucially there is no sand. There is no sand force for this Steelix. Steelix is also still asleep. The Talonflame does get a little bit of recovery from that Hospitality, does not get it back up to full, so Gale Wing still remains inactive. But what a huge turn for Arsal there. You've guaranteed that you have won the Weather War.
That poor Steelix, and this Charizard has to
That
go. If this
Tyranitar
Steelix
just
wants
got
to stand a
obliterated,
chance
bro.
in this match. You also want to make sure that you can get yourself through these next 4 turns, because there's the other way that you can win the Weather is just try to outlast it.
Yeah.
But do you have enough HP resource to do that?
This +1 Talonflame still is very threatening for the Charizard. A Brave Bird could come through and have the potential to knock it out based on how they're trained. Let's see.
Brave Bird with the Sharp Beak at
Is this the
+1.
clip? Yup, this is the 1 HP. A 1 HP in a dream.
For this Charizard as the Heat Wave connects onto both. A KO of the Sinistcha, barely missing out on the KO for this Talonflame, but this Incineroar could follow up that Heat Wave with a Flare Blitz or a Throat Chop and knock it out. Flare Blitz is going to be the move of choice as Talonflame goes down, and Sleepy Steelix has to come in and try to win out this 1v4.
Charizard, the well-trained, taking that Brave Bird
1v4.
in
That guy hasn't
style.
lost a single
1
mon, bro.
HP is the most exciting way you can survive there, and crucially connecting that Heat Wave on both targets, putting Talonflame into range for that Flare Blitz.
Wolf was on the precipice of winning an 11th regional championship, but Arcel Puri had a different agenda. One Pokemon away from being able to capture the regional championship title that he has been dreaming of and chasing for many, many years. A Mega Steelix asleep. This feels like it's gotta be a job that is almost locked up. Charizard goes for the Weather Ball, brings it down to 1 HP thanks to the Stardy ability activating on the Steelix, but this Incineroar is going to finish it off. That's Arcel Puri, your first regional champion in the Masters Division for Pokemon Champions.
doing it in style, taking out one of the best trainers of all time in Wolf Glick with one of the flashiest plays we had seen on stream all weekend. That solar beam was a huge call out of what Wolf was trying to do on that turn. Immediately taking out Tyranitar. It was going to be so hard for Wolf to come back from that, and Arsal kept his foot on the gas throughout those crucial
here and still be pretty safe.
Let me see.
Turn from Arsal right off the bat. That's a lot of damage into Talonflame.
Base form is doing plenty, but
again, you got that damage on the
up. Game 1 and the match.
He didn't lose a single Pokemon the first game either. Holy crap, this dude's fucking cracked.
Down on the switch in.
No more sand.
On your side.
And he did the solar beam off of switching, right? Like he didn't know.
Thankfully, this Incineroar coming in, you do get the Intimidate, so Talonflame now is only at -1, or +1 rather, and you have the option to potentially swap out that Charizard for Garchomp while you fake out the Talonflame. That still opens up an avenue for you to outspeed this no Gale Wings Talonflame.
Yeah, he did this. He did solar beam on the switch in, bro. He predicted the switch in, bro.
Still a Mega Evolution on the table.
Like huge to be social heat waves after surviving that massive Brave Bird and locked his spot as the regional champion and at the World Championships in San Francisco.
That's such a big accomplishment. Not just getting the regional championship win, but Arsal also earning a direct invitation to the World Championships in San Francisco.
Shit.
What an amazing performance, an amazing regional championship, and hopefully something that he'll be able to celebrate with those friends later.
Oh, I'm positive he will. They'll be celebrating for a while. That's such a huge accomplishment. Beating Wolf Glick in your first regional final in such a high pressure situation, that is so impressive. This Venusaur really took over this game from the beginning, getting the Sleep Powder crucially off into this Steelix, not allowing it to attack for the entire game.
And after we saw a great adjustment from Wolf in that second game to be more patient with the Mega Evolution. Game time, they're both great. Mega Evolution.
Way up this graphic as well. And there's
Oh, here we go. The top 12 Pokemon that were used for champions for this tournament. 60.7% for King Gambit. Oh my god. 59.3% for Basculegion. These are the top 3 Mons right here after this championship.
such an impressive showing from it in the top 4 and in the finals here.
I mean, Arsal literally has 5 out of 6 on this top 12 graphic. And Wolf only took the Sneasler and the Sinistra as the 2 top performers from his top 12 on his own team. And I feel like that's why he had such a standout performance too, where he did think about what is the best performing Pokemon. What are they? How can I beat them? And that was where we ended up seeing this Mega Steel.
Very impressive with that team that was really unexpected from anyone outside his close circle. And I don't know, it's Mega Steelix getting all the way to the finals. I'm really excited about what we're going to see from this metagame going forward. Cool as this one.
Little Marie Frostlass. We ended up seeing, okay, well,
Oh yeah, this is the thing that we looked at. There was only 1 Basculegion that made it to the top 8. That's crazy. How many Charizards? 3 Charizards. I see 1, 2, 3 Frostlass. 2 Tyranitars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 5 Garchomps. Oh, shit. And only 1 King Gambit. For being the most used Pokemon, only 1 King Gambit made it to the top fucking 8.
my point is immediately disproven by such a so
more diversity.
Yeah, I don't know the accuracy off the top of my head, bro.
maybe I will see you there. I might, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, was it 2 King Gambits?
All 8 of these competitors make it into
Oh, yeah,
our
yeah,
top
you're right,
8
you're
for
right,
the
you're right.
first
2 King
Pokemon
Gambits. I
Champions
didn't see the
regional we
first
have
one.
here in North America. Chicago
That's
next
crazy.
weekend. If you were so lucky to be in Japan and broadcast in
Pokemon Go. So many other people.
and go to next weekend, watch both things.
Or while you're playing Go, have the picture-in-picture of your
all happening in New Orleans. The North America International Championships will be the weekend after.
Anticipated now, and it's been so.
Like, yeah, talk to the guy.
Give it up for Indianapolis Wolf Glen Championships. But before we send off, of course, we have to take a moment to celebrate our finalists. First off, everyone, give it up for your Indianapolis regional finalist, Wolf Glen.
Damn it, bro. Hey, but to do it with a Mega Steelix team is fucking crazy,
And now,
dude.
everyone, a huge round of applause for your Indianapolis Regional Championship winner, Arzal Puri. Big congratulations. When we had spoken earlier, you talked about attending this.
He kind of looks like he's in shock, bro. Or like he doesn't know what to do because he's like never been at that platform, which is completely normal, right? But you just see like, you know, maybe he still hasn't hit him yet.
Event, looking to have some fun. Now you've taken down the entire thing. You have that medal around your neck. How does it feel?
Honestly, I'm still not even processing it.
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
But you know, thank you to my family, my friends, Sohib, everyone that helped me on this journey. It's been a long journey. I never thought I'd be a regional champion, and to also play a regional championship final against Wolf Glick in a tournament with over 1,000 players. It's kind of unreal, right? And so I've never been to Worlds, but this is like, it feels like I just won like everything. But I mean, it's going to take a while to process, but I'm very happy to have attended, of course.
And I mean, you said you've never attended a Worlds, but now you are going to be attendant. You are going to be competing.
Oh yes, definitely. My sister lives in San Francisco. She just called me and said, now you're going to stay at my place in San Francisco and you're going to come. So definitely I'm very excited about that.
Yo, I'm happy for this
What
dude,
a
bro.
win. And I know there are so many people cheering for you out in the crowd. I know that people are helping you along the way, and I want to give you an opportunity to be able to shout out those people and anyone else. Any final words as our regional champion?
Definitely first to my parents. They don't really understand the game, but they love to support me, so thank you, Mom and Dad. My sister, your Floed, is a regional champion, so congratulations to you, Fatima. And my friend Soeb, he's my best friend in the community, to Tub, and as well as Siddharth for helping me build the team as well. So, and thank you to everyone who's appreciated everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations once again. Everyone, give it up for your Indianapolis Regional Champion! Thank you so much. Go celebrate with those friends. Congratulations. As for us, what an incredible way to be ending off our final regional championship here in North America. But that is not the end of our season yet. Of course, there's a special championship next weekend. Make sure to check out the coverage for that. And NAIC is just around the corner. Of course, everything leading up to the Pokemon World Championships. Make sure to be following the channels for all the information along the way, /Pokemon on Twitch and YouTube. And of course, for all the information about all of our events coming up, Pokemon.com/broadcast. As for us here in North America, that's it for our regular season. Thank you all so much for all the support along the way, for all those who tweeted and supported here today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you real soon, trainers.
That's crazy. Bro, this kid Avery, dude. This kid Avery is such a fucking I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like you just see him, you just see him and you see like a little child, bro, and you're just like, how did this guy or how did this kid pull off like such a win? I saw him, I think it was yesterday. I was watching day one, and they had a little thing about him, and he's literally just one of those kids that talk like this, and I think it's my favorite Pokemon. You know, like it was so funny, bro. But it makes you think like these kids are so smart, bro, when it comes to, you know, Pokemon shit. You know, and it's like, fuck, bro, it's crazy. Yo, but hey, congrats to everybody that won, bro, in all the divisions. Man, Pokemon champions, bro. Now I'm gonna have to go play some games. I gotta do a singles team. I gotta sign up for the tournament tonight. Oh shit, I forgot about that. I'll do that right now after stream. I got a team already picked out, and then we'll run some games this week. But yeah, I think. I said something earlier, chat. What did I say I was gonna do tomorrow? I was gonna make a video on something. Oh, fuck, I already forgot. I should have wrote it down. I completely forgot. I don't remember. Man. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD. Anyway. The one in Pokemon Champions for the singles. That like online competition thing for singles. I think the last day to sign up is today, so I gotta do it before the cutoff time. If I missed it, I missed it. It's okay. But that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I'll go back and watch the VOD. And we would definitely have to run some Pokemon Champions this week. So don't forget, guys, stream will be back on Friday. Shark, I think this is the week that you're gonna be going to the camp, I think you said. So I want to wish you the best of luck, man. Be safe, have fun, live in the moment, man. Decompress, you know, like detach yourself from everything. Just be in the moment, have fun, be safe. Most important, and I'll see you guys when you get back. Hopefully, real soon. So the streams will be back on Friday, or we might have a surprise stream on Tuesday for the PlayStation State of Play to see like the announcements and the games that are going to be coming out. So that'll be on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central. Everybody else, man, thank y'all for being here, for vibing out. It was going to be a Lego Batman day. I'm not even going to lie to you, but today just turned into a just chatting day. So it was cool. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. So, all right, y'all. But I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get some rest and have a very good night, everybody. Much love. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you all very soon on Tuesday. All right. Take care, man. Peace. Oh, and one last thing. If you're not part of the Discord, make sure you go and join up the Discord. Or if you haven't followed any of the socials, there are all the socials there that you can follow on. It's been your boy Sarge. I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Peace.